What's going on, guys? I'm Dave, and in this video we're going to do a little bit of celebrating because after 10 months of making YouTube videos, I finally hit all of the requirements to get monetized on YouTube. If you've ever watched any of my videos, subscribed to my channel, or shared a video with one of your friends, thank you so much. I never would have gotten here without all of those views, shares, likes, and everything else. I started making YouTube videos because I wanted to learn a new skill during COVID, and I'm a writer during my day job, and oftentimes in job interviews, people would ask me why I don't write for videos. I never really have the chance to write for videos in the jobs that I have, so I decided to just do it myself. I also started making videos for a personal reason, but I'll get into that later in the video. It was peak COVID, I was working from home, and I wanted to give myself a challenge, so I gave myself 1 year to get monetized on YouTube, and 10 months later, here we are. If you've ever thought about making your own channel, I'm going to show you how regular people, even people in their mid-30s, can get monetized on YouTube without going viral. I'll also share the most difficult decision that I had to make for my channel, but it's ultimately what got me to this point to join the YouTube Partner Program, and of course I'll tell you how much money I started making once I got monetized. You can get monetized without going viral, so let's get into this video. A lot of people think that you just post videos on YouTube and you start making money from them instantly, but that's really not how it works. That would be awesome, but it would be a little bit too easy. To get monetized on YouTube, you need at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in a calendar year. Until you hit those thresholds, you make zero from your videos. You put in hours and hours of work trying to get to this magical thing called monetization, and you try and just take satisfaction in the journey and the fact that you're learning something new. There are a ton of great videos by creators on YouTube talking about how long it took them to get monetized, how much money they're making, and things like that. Every creator's journey is a little bit different, so they're all really helpful in their own way. However, in many of them, the creator is talking about how they had 1 or 2 videos go super duper viral. They got hundreds of thousands of views, which gave them their subscribers and their watch hours, and they got monetized in like 2 or 3 months. I cannot pretend that I'm not a little bit jealous of these people, but that's not how it works for, I want to say, the majority of creators. I got monetized the hard way, the normal person, slow grind, slow build way, and I'm going to show you how that works. So just to get this out of the way, your journey as a YouTube creator might be a grind that takes longer than you think to get monetized. A lot of people get very discouraged when they don't get monetized in, let's say, 2 or 3 months. If you aren't lucky enough to go viral, getting monetized on YouTube definitely takes commitment. Since I started making actual videos on YouTube instead of just posting random things that were on my phone, it took me about 60 videos to reach YouTube monetization thresholds. Each video that I make takes me roughly 4 hours to write, film, and edit, so that means that I worked for over 200 hours making $0 the whole time to join the YouTube Partner Program and finally start making money. If I was making a fairly common $15 minimum wage, that means I could have made $3,000 doing almost anything instead of making zero making YouTube videos. Because really none of my videos went viral over the course of these 10 months, I think that this is a realistic time frame for regular people to get monetized on YouTube. A lot of people say that it typically takes about 6 to 12 months for people to qualify for the Partner Program. By all means, I hope that your journey is easier and faster. I hope that your first video goes super viral and you qualify right away. When it comes to qualifying for the Partner Program, a lot of people struggle with getting the watch time requirement, which was my problem. Other people struggle a little bit with getting a lot of subscribers, but subscribers don't necessarily equal watch time. For most creators, very few of your subscribers are actually going to watch every single one of your videos. They'll probably account for single-digit percentages of people who watch your videos. So it's not as much of a chicken and egg problem as you might think, because the vast majority of people who watch your videos are going to be one-offs. So to get those 1,000 subscribers and those 4,000 watch hours within a calendar year, it took me between 200 to 300 hours of work, and I think that that's a realistic example of how much work you'd have to put into your channel in order to get monetized on YouTube. So there's definitely a time commitment, but when I look at my videos now and I compare them to my videos when I first got started, there is a huge difference. It took a long time for me to feel comfortable filming myself and for me to kind of find my voice on YouTube. For sure, my editing got better, my lighting got better, but really I just got better. And seeing how my videos were getting better, it was kind of just a fun skill for me to build. Yes, I did probably give up $3,000 of hourly wage work doing this, but I learned something new in the process. A trap when it comes to monetization that I think a lot of new creators fall into is the watch time requirement. They think, oh, I'll just make a 10-minute video. If 6 people watch it, that's 1 hour. It's super easy. But in reality, that's not how it works. Think about how you watch YouTube. Chances are you don't finish every video that you start. So a really solid video on YouTube, people are maybe watching between 60 to 70% of the video, but on average, people are probably watching more like 50% of your videos. So if you have a really engaging video and people are watching 60% of your 10-minute video, that now means that you need 10 people to watch the video instead of 6 for you to get an hour. And that snowballs really quickly when you're talking about thousands of hours of watch time. Also, an important note that a lot of creators talk about, YouTube seems to prefer videos that are 10 minutes or longer because probably they can put more ads on them. When I got started on YouTube, I initially really wanted to create shorter videos because I thought that that's what people would like watching, but I realized it was going to be pretty much impossible for me to get monetized that way. Because number one, YouTube was burying my shorter videos in search results because they probably weren't as valuable to YouTube. And number two, I would have to make double the amount of videos to get the same amount of watch time, and I don't know if I had it in me to make 120 videos over the course of 10 months. This was a big change for me. I had to find different angles, do more research, or find more things to put in my videos to make them longer, which was a big shift from what I initially planned to do. I've gotten really used to making videos that are in that 10-minute range, but part of me still wishes that I could make videos that were 5 minutes or less, but I know that they would just never get seen on YouTube, and chances are they never would have helped me get monetized if that's what I did. Next, this part was literally the toughest part for me when I was getting started, and that's choosing a topic for your channel. When I got started on YouTube, I was making personal finance videos. I love personal finance, helping people get out of debt, save their money. I became a millionaire in my 30s. I wanted to share my story with people on YouTube. In real life, I can talk about this stuff all day. Friends ask me to help them with job interviews, their resumes, help them with budgeting. This is just something that I love doing. Personal finance is a giant category on YouTube, and I wanted to be one of those people that I had watched many, many hours of videos from because I thought I could be one of those people too. And after about 25 personal finance videos, I had to call it. It wasn't working, I wasn't finding an audience, and it just wasn't going to work for me. Personally, I loved what I was talking about, but it just wasn't finding an audience. I realized that my first videos were super boring and I probably wouldn't have wanted to watch them either, but it was kind of sad to let that go because that was what my initial goal was, to be a personal finance YouTuber. At that point, I had to make a big decision, quit YouTube and say that it just wasn't going to work for me or switch to a different topic. When I got started with making videos, I knew that there was a very, very small chance that I would never reach monetization, but my friend Kelly, who watches all of my videos pretty much, said to me, when have you ever failed at anything that you put your mind to ever in your life? And that really stuck with me, and I was determined to make this work. When your first videos only get 5 views, 10 views, or 50 views, even though you know it was a really good video and you put a lot of time into it, that can be really discouraging, and it's so helpful to have cheerleaders in your life that are going to tell you to just keep going and keep plugging away. So Kelly, thank you for always watching and encouraging me. Your friend check is in the mail. And when she asked me that question, I knew that I had to change something. I knew that what I was doing wasn't working. My views were going down, my watch time was going down, no matter how many videos I created. So I decided that I had to take a month to start experimenting with different topics to see what was going to work for my channel. I thought about stuff that I loved, things that I could do from Denver, and topics that I felt knowledgeable about that I could make a ton of videos on without getting bored. So I just started experimenting. I made videos on fitness equipment, and occasionally I still do. We have a 1-year-old baby, so I started making videos on baby stuff. I just wanted to see what was going to work. And then I thought I should start making videos about the city that I live in. I started making videos about Denver, helping people have a good trip here, helping them find new restaurants and places to go and things to check out while they're visiting. And I found my thing. I used to live in LA and I always loved watching restaurant videos and videos that showed new things that were opening in the city. The Fung Bros are one of my favorite channels on YouTube, and they have helped me plan a lot of vacations and trips to different cities. LA is obviously a very saturated YouTube market, but I realized that Denver didn't really have its go-to people who were going out there, checking out all new places that open, trying new restaurants, and kind of staying on top of the news of what was happening in the city. and I thought maybe this is my chance to do something cool that I would also enjoy. I love Denver. I love Colorado. I've been a Yelp elite for 10 plus years. I love going out, doing new things, trying new stuff. I probably go to 2 new restaurants a week, so this was right up my alley. And while it was painful to let go of personal finance as my YouTube channel topic, I did realize that this was the thing that was going to work for my channel going forward. And when I switched to doing these videos, that's when my channel came back to life. It was super discouraging to keep publishing these personal finance videos and watching my watch time and my views just keep dropping month after month. And I knew I had to make a change, and as soon as I started making my Denver videos, my channel started to spike upwards, and I had that upward trajectory that I was looking for. When I made the change, I absolutely did lose some subscribers because I did have some that were from my personal finance videos, and I'm sure it was extremely confusing to them why the hell I was talking about money and now I was talking about restaurants. But it was a change that I had to make sure that my channel was going to succeed and that I was going to feel good about the videos that I was doing. When I look at the data for my channel, I can actually see the day that my channel started turning around when I changed topics. And it actually was a lot more fun for me to create these videos because I could talk more off the cuff, and I think that that was coming across more in the videos that I made. People were watching my videos, which was very, very motivating for me. It made it a lot more fun to create videos because I knew people were actually going to see them, and it made me want to get out there and explore my city even more than I already do. Changing the topic of my channel was the most difficult thing I had to do on my road to monetization, but it was something that I absolutely had to do. There's just no way I would have gotten monetized if I stuck to my channel the way that I originally started it. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, and I was borderline insane when I kept trying to make my channel happen, knowing that my topic wasn't successful in the beginning. I kept thinking if I just made more and more personal finance videos, eventually it would have to work. It was so frustrating for me to see other videos that were made, I don't know, 8 years ago of someone sitting at a monitor and just kind of rambling for 35 minutes, seeing these videos getting 75,000, 100,000 views when I was working really, really hard on mine, but it just wasn't working. When you're making videos, you have to be honest with yourself as a creator and look at the data and see if what you're saying is resonating with people and if it's a topic that you care about. Real quick, I do want to say that if you want to make a YouTube channel and want to get to monetization, you can make it happen despite anything else that's going on in your life. During this 10 months it took me to get monetized, I was working full-time from home. We had a newborn baby who was making it very, very difficult for me to film. So the motivation to get to monetization had to be really, really high. This was a mission, and I was going to get to monetization in 12 months no matter what, even though it ended up taking twice as many videos as I initially anticipated. So if you've been putting off starting your channel because you're either too tired or you're too busy, I think it's really important to take a look at yourself and see if you're really motivated to do a lot of months of work that are probably going to be unpaid to get your channel off the ground. I was making videos in my spare time, and with a newborn baby, I didn't have a lot of spare time. I was writing videos between 10 p.m. and 1 a.m. in the morning, and I was filming videos at nighttime or in the late afternoons after his nap, but I was also working full time. I was squeezing all of this stuff in, and on the weekends, I was going out to film and explore and try out new things. And we just took the baby with us. It was kind of crazy. If you have kids, or even if you just have crazy pets, we have 3 dogs in our house as well. Your motivation to make your channel succeed needs to be higher than the level of distraction that you face on an everyday basis. But you can do it. I'm 37 years old, and a lot of people think that YouTube and TikTok and things like that are a young person's game, but you can succeed if you're just super determined to make it happen. Also, I mentioned this up front, and this is kind of a personal thing for me, but I'm also really proud of hitting this YouTube milestone for a different reason. A few years back, I fell off a ladder from really high up onto the side of my face. I broke this whole side of my face and my chin, which are now pretty much made up of titanium plates. I still only have about 50% of the feeling in my chin, so it makes it really difficult for me to talk and pronounce things the way that I'm used to doing it. And I don't think you can see it in the videos, but my jaw actually shifted about a full centimeter to the left from the impact. so my teeth don't line up the same way that they did before. It gives me this weird lisp and I can't really pronounce things the way that I normally would. So basic things like talking and eating, obviously I can do them, but it's not the same as before. When it comes to pronouncing things and public speaking, I slip up a lot more than I used to because I'm not pronouncing things the same way that I had for 35 years of my life. And that was a big challenge for me when I started creating these videos. Especially when the bottom half of your face is pretty much numb, it makes it very hard to enunciate and to say things the way that they are in your head. I used to love public speaking. I would dominate any public speaking, impromptu speech contest at work or anywhere else. This is something that I've always loved doing. And having this accident, it really dinged my confidence. It made me think that I wasn't able to do the thing that I had always loved doing and had been pretty much known for. When I started my channel, I thought if I could get people to subscribe and watch my videos without them noticing that I'm talking a little bit weird, that would be a big step for my confidence. So I know that this isn't relevant to everyone. Not everyone is also trying to rebuild their own personal identity when they're making their YouTube channel, but that's another reason why I'm so thankful to everyone who watched my videos and shared them with friends, because this is kind of a journey back for me. I probably could only feel about 10% of the bottom half of my face when I started making videos. Now I'm at about 50%. I don't know if it's gonna get any higher than that, but it just means a lot to me to have people watch my videos when I know that I'm not really at 100%. So thank you again. Really, it means more to me than you know. This was a crazy accident for me. I definitely could have died. I almost lost all of my teeth. It was a whole crazy thing, and I'm just so unbelievably grateful to be in the place that I am right now. And I know I mentioned at the top that YouTubers make $0 until they hit the monetization threshold. So it was about 200 to 300 hours of work for me. So really, how much money am I making now? It's less than you think. After putting in those many hours of work, my first YouTube check will probably be about $100, which is kind of depressing when you think about the fact that I was roughly making 50 cents an hour for the past 10 months. That being said, it's my first YouTube check that I will receive. I will still be very proud of it, and I hope that they continue getting bigger over time. But, you know, for a small YouTuber like me, we're not rich once we hit monetization. I never expected lightning to strike on my channel and for me to be making tons of money that was going to replace my full-time income, but I'm super proud of starting to make money with my YouTube videos that I've spent the greater part of the past year on, and I'm excited to see how the channel grows in the future. So if you're thinking about starting a channel, think about how you would feel if after putting in 200 to 300 hours of work and you started making $3 a day once you hit monetization. Would that be motivating for you? Is that a lot of money? Is that a little bit of money? Is it great because it's kind of passive income? Think about if that's motivating for you, because if you're a small YouTuber like me, that might be what it looks like. But really, I don't really care about what the amount is. I just really wanted to get monetized on YouTube. I wanted to prove to myself that I could do it, even if I wasn't talking normally, even if I had to change topics, and I'm super proud of it. I don't really care how much I'm making. Again, if you've watched a minute of my channel, subscribed, shared a video with a friend, given a video a like, thank you so much for helping me get monetized on YouTube. This has been quite the journey, but I did it without going viral. Of course, if you can like this video or share it with that friend who's thinking about starting their channel, always appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching and for helping me get monetized on YouTube. I appreciate it so much, and hopefully I'll catch you on the next video.